a beautiful British actress currently starring in the longtime ABC hit drama The Practice. Please welcome the lovely Rhona Mitra. You're stunning.
Very noisy.
Very noisy.
Hush, hush now, honestly.
You're stunning, and I've met you a few years ago, and I thought you were stunning then.
That's lovely.
Look at what you're wearing, a suit, a pantsuit.
Yes.
With a old T-shirt.
No, it's no old T-shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not just a T-shirt. Should I?
Yes, you should.
It really wasn't supposed to play out like that, believe it or not. But it's just a little bit of salute to my.
Let me see. I can't read.
This is the Stones.
Oh, the Rolling Stones. Yeah. You're a big Stones fan. You're from England. You have to be.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a cool T-shirt, probably vintage and all that, and it's representative of my country. So.
Yeah. Have you met Mick before? Boy, have you met
No, I used to be
Mick.
terrified of him, though.
Why is that?
I think it's the first person I remember really having nightmares about when I was about 5 years old. I was.
His lips, his big.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think a combination of things. He's pretty overwhelming, really.
Yeah.
You can imagine. I was about 5 years old, and I was skiing in Austria with my parents, and they put us in. We were staying in some motel, and au pair's family. Brother's bedroom, and fell asleep, jet lag, not really, but tired, woke up, and big poster, big lips, and angry, very sort of Mick picture.
A 5-year-old, that's going to scare people. Yeah, it's
Mick picture. Him and Count Dracula from Sesame Street forever.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What a childhood.
I can't.
But you grew up your whole life, and you were in England your whole childhood?
I guess until until I was sort of about 23. I ventured over. It's the first time I've been to America.
How do you find America?
Well, I've sort of been toing and froing now for 5 years, and now I'm spoiled rotten.
You love it, right?
I'm very spoiled by it. Yeah.
And is it LA, the weather? Is that what it is?
It's a combination of things. Because I was in New York a couple of weeks ago for the blizzards, which was fantastic, but an economic, political, and a nightmare for everybody because I was stuck there on a runway like everyone else.
Yeah.
But the snow in New York at Christmas is exactly what you want.
It's pretty.
Yes, and yes, it's beautiful. It's how Christmas should be. It is.
Yeah.
And I do think around this time of year I get a little bit melancholic, and I feel that I look at the trees. And I went and got my tree yesterday.
Oh,
I found it a little bit hard to get into the spirit, but I drove by this place and there were all these trees, and I felt like I needed to stop and get one. God knows where it came from, but I did. And I went in, I felt like I was in a dog shelter, and I felt really bad for the trees that were being left behind. And I thought, oh my God, look at you. You don't have a head.
Yeah.
Maybe you should come back with me as well, with the lovely, bushy, fat, chubby tree that I got.
You bought extra trees, or you
no,
thought
I didn't.
about it?
I thought about it. And I was like, Rhona, what are you thinking? You're ridiculous. You felt guilt over trees?
That's a little weird.
It is a little bit. No. It was very
Don't say that out loud. Don't share that on a talk show. That's just, you keep that to yourself. Yeah. But where do you live exactly?
I just moved house. I'm down by the beach now.
Down by the beach over Malibu or Santa Monica or Venice? We don't have to say exactly where.
No, I'm just down by the beach, and it's fantastic. Why didn't I do it before?
Yeah.
I can walk to get coffee, which was a big mistake. Where I lived before, couldn't get that.
Yeah.
Walking, pedestrians didn't exist.
Yeah.
Big factor, especially if you come from London. We have pedestrians. There are many of them, and this town is smaller, and public transport, which is, it's just an urban city.
Yeah.
And it took a while for me to kind of figure out that what I needed to do was get back into that web.
You don't have to. Driving wears you out.
Yes, but I love cars. And I love driving. So that's what happened when I came here. I was like, right, I have to make friends with cars.
Yeah.
Good. Dodge darts and things like that.
Dodge darts?
Yeah, I got myself an Aqua Blue 66 Dodge Dart convertible.
Now, why were okay? That's convertible. I wonder if we should talk about the practice. Should we or not?
Oh yeah. By the way, the practice.
We want to talk about Christmas trees.
No.
Okay.
No. Let's talk about.
This is your first season on it?
It is my first season. Yeah.
And do you like it?
I do like it. It's a different environment for me. I just came out of the fields of Bulgaria and straight onto the set of the practice.
Because what were you doing?
I was shooting a film.
Yeah.
I was doing Spartacus.
Yeah.
Which is coming out at the beginning of next year. Very good. And I got a call, and they said, do you want to join the cast of The Practice, which obviously is a very prestigious show.
How many years has that thing been on?
8 seasons.
8 seasons, wow.
Yeah.
And James Spader, who is a wonderful actor, is on
James
this
Spader.
year, right?
Hail James Spader.
Yeah.
Yes, he's fantastic, and I think that his flavor and what he brings to it is the reason why it's just so.
I want him
full of
on the
energy.
show. I think he's cool. Would you tell him I want him on the show, Rhona?
Yes, I will. No, he's
We've got to hustle. I got to ask you something else.
done.
You forget the trees and the cars and everything, but you collect things from around the world? You have an odd collection? Do I have to help? Do I have to say it?
I think it's what would you call them? But we call them something different in England, don't
What
we?
do you call them in England, young lady?
Pants.
Pants?
We call them pants.
What do they call them over here?
Knickers or something. No, you don't. You don't call them knickers. What do you call them?
We call them
briefs.
briefs,
No, what?
underpants.
Underpants.
Panties.
We call them pants. Pants and trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went through a phase where I was traveling a lot, and
Yeah.
I was bored of the mug and the T-shirt thing that you give to people when you come back, memorabilia, trinkets, and whatnot. And I thought, used to go through the markets of Jamaica and places, you know, strange places, Tunisia and whatnot, and I noticed that their underwear was really different to the underwear that we had in our market.
How
I'm not talking about anything kinky. I'm not doing anything. It's just like little kiddies, like little wife fronts or whatever. Did you call them that?
Say that again.
Wife fronts. I talk very fast.
I don't know. I'm not listening.
Little kiddies, like
I'm just kidding.
toddlers.
No, I heard you say kitties.
Toddlers like little underwear, sort of
Oh, I
thing,
see.
but with very funny little prints on them, just strange. And I'd frame them then and give them to whoever I was working with. And
Can I now? Seriously, we're out of time. But you're wonderful, and I met you before. You're somewhat eccentric, right? Would you say?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Which is delightful, and you make a wonderful talk show guest. So make sure you come back. Okay?
I know, and well, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You'll come back tomorrow. It's The Practice, Sundays at 10 on ABC. We'll be right back with Stain.
Tomorrow on the Late Late